Hello my fellow Retromaniacs, welcome to Let's Read GamesMaster issue number 88. That was published in December 1999. And I remember this magazine. Its Finnish counterpart was sold in different stores and kiosks back in the late 90s and early 2000s. I don't know how many magazines was released in Finland. Probably not all, but maybe a couple of years. And I still have a few of the magazines in my collection. I really liked this magazine. It was cool and it had so nice visuals, and it's very pleasing to look at. Although nowadays I think it's quite cringy and but that was 90s. The main reason for gaming magazines was it was actually the only way to see any footage or pictures of the upcoming games. There was also a gaming TV show called The Tilt in Finland, but usually these magazines was the only way to at least see pictures of more obscure games and to read about upcoming games and news about them. So this is a British issue. I don't know. This is very it cost £2.75. That's very affordable, I would say. Pyro 2 competition and Jet Force Gemini revealed. Is Rare's latest skiffy spectacular sci-fi. Why do I pronounce it skiffy? I don't know. Okay, and we got some ads. Change your pocket. SNK. I'm not a boy. Are you saying that you are not a Game Boy? New Geo Pocket Color was a Game Boy Color competition, but I don't remember it ever been sold in Finland. It sure looked good. Limber up for this issue with our greatest gaming moment. At last! Alright, mate. And about Roddy Time 2, at last Sega's Dreamcast arrives in the UK. Result. Okay, I'm not gonna read all these articles, I'm just gonna see them. I was looking. Just when you thought your PlayStation was looking a bit geriatric, or your N64 was in dire need of a 64DD based hip-hop. Along comes a fresh and crispy new beauty to revive your interest in gaming. And not a moment too soon, we reckon. Yeah, this was this GamesMaster always had quite hip and very humorous writing style. It wasn't trying to be a serious. It always about it's like you talk to your friends. Look mate, Here's a cool game. Look how cool the graphics are. Wow. Oh yes. Oh yes. Completing a trio. Got Rare's first game since Diddy Kong Racing Jet Force Gemini. I should continue my gameplay on that. Really? Tomb Raider 4 already. And Shenmue. Barry 2. Yeah. Yeah, I remember buying, I think, not maybe monthly, a new magazine just to see what games were coming in the near future. And I drooled on them, on those pictures usually, and then I had to make a decision what game I should buy with my you know, money I got from my parents. So I could probably buy like 1 or 2 games per year. So it was a tough decision, and most of the games you could only look at and never play because you didn't have enough money for playing or paying or buying those games. Okay, WrestleMania, Tomb Raider, PlayStation 2. Everything you need to know about Sony's Dream Machine. Wow. Ooh, Jet Force poster, I think would be so cool to have nowadays. I think, I don't know how much collectors ask for this. Maybe it's sold in Facebook groups or eBay for $50, I don't know. Win cool stuff like that CRT TV. Okay. May the Jet Force be with you. Oh, you. And then we got like the whole magazine, all the games in this. We have we have Grand Prix 3, Crazy Taxi, and Grand Theft Auto for Game Boy Color. And what the other games I would like to... Oh, Rainbow Six for PSX, and Resident Evil for Game Boy Color. That's gonna be quite a bad game. I got also Toka Driver and Zelda Gaiden. Yeah, but that wasn't released in Europe, I think. Only for the Japanese market. And Nintendo 64 DD. We played the Dreamcast first killer app, and it looks as if it will be one of the best adventure games ever. Yeah, Shenmue's other game I should probably play on Flycast emulator. I don't know how it works because I think the game like follows real-time clock. I don't know how it works on emulator, but whatever. F199. What wings? Don't remember this game, although I didn't have PSX anyway. So, and then yeah, every magazine has these hot news coming soon. Tips, of course. So you wanted magazines to maybe for cheat codes, and then you could also send a postcard or email and ask tips for games, difficult games. You know, it all changed when GameFAQs became more popular. But you know, before internet, your only way to to solve difficult puzzles in games, it was finding a magazine that had a tip or guide for that particular game, and yeah, it was tough time. Of course, there were quite a bunch of different game guides released for popular games, but I think I never had any guides. Oh, I remember incorrectly. I had Pokemon Red and Blue official guide. Yeah, that was pretty helpful. The Pokemon Complete Guide. Okay, so even in magazines you had at least short guides. Okay, there's the staff. I don't care. Yeah, it seems that everyone wants to be very hip, you know. Scary movie, Scream, masks, and people doing funny faces, and yeah, I think being in this staff was quite fun. I think maybe it's not a dream job, but I have a feeling it's quite fun to make these magazines and you know, play the games before anyone else. That was the best you know, benefit for being in a video game industry or magazine industry. Oh, Worms Armageddon, one of the best, if not the best, Worms game. Of course, Worms World Party is just a Worms Armageddon upgraded, so you could argue that Worms World Party is even better than Armageddon. But yeah, Worms Armageddon and World Party are quite bad games to be played as single player, because the AI is so stupid. I think it never uses different guns except the bazooka and grenade, even though if there were like 15 different guns, it always prefers bazooka and green grenades, and it's usually like unbelievably good, like super precise, so it's pretty unfair as well. Hot news! Stories so scorching you'll burn your fingers. What's going on? Zelda Gaiden. Wait a second. Zelda Gaiden is Majora's Mask. So this is not the Ura Zelda that was released for 64DD, and that was released in for GameCube in the collector edition. Okay, Majora's Mask, a whole new Link adventure. I wonder if these are like beta screenshots. I don't see any big differences. Zora mask and become Zora in the space world last month. Oh, tingle. Dear Miyamoto. Said recently that the game takes place a few months after the Ocarina of Time. Yeah. The most radical gameplay change between this and the earlier game is the emphasis on time travel. Yeah. I played. Well, I never owned Majora's Mask, but I played the game on emulator, and yeah, I still don't think the game is as good as Ocarina of Time, because you know Ocarina has a like simple and epic story. You have to rescue Zelda and rescue Hyrule from Ganondorf, and this Majora's Mask, it was just odd, the whole storyline of the falling moon and the Majora. But, you know, it was a good game, and that you know, the dungeons were good, but still don't think it's as epic as Ocarina of Time. And because it used the same engine and characters, it didn't like bring much new things to the Zelda universe, except Tingle, of course. Okay, Dreamcast. So, yeah. Today I advertise it as 128 bits. It was still about bit wars. I think Xbox was the first console that didn't really talk about bits, although I think it also was considered as 128 bits console, but yeah. Shadow Man. Dolphin takes its times. You can launch of the Nintendo Dolphin, their 128-bit next generation console is now not likely to place until 2001, so more than 1 year they had to wait it, and I think it wasn't until 2002 when it really came out. I bought mine in summer 2002. Wow. Okay, what else? UK launch titles. I don't recognize these games at all, except Sega Rally and Sonic Adventure, Tokyo Highway, Virtual Fighter, House of Dead 2. I wonder if you can play House of Dead on mouse. Pen. Yeah, I always wondered what the hell is this creature. Still don't know. Just look and check what's this game is about. Pen. Okay, co-founder of Sony. I think this guy is dead by now. The Matrix to gamers. Okay, cool. PlayStation 2 is set to go Hollywood. Okay. Metal Gear Maestro. These were just rumors. Shadow Man. Conversion, okay. But this was already out. When we first previewed the game at the beginning of the year, it was only the PC and PSX and N64. Oh, Sega as well. But wasn't this cancelled? I'm not sure. I think some of the versions were cancelled. Raider, Sony exclusive, ends soon. Dreamcast 2, the next gen console already. Well, that was a false rumor. I don't know what was the reason, because Sega never went, defunct. So I'm not actually sure what was the reason why they stopped making video game consoles. Maybe they just didn't have money for the console production or for game development. Sega might try to spoil the Sony and Ninty party with a technological upgrade. Yeah. DVD and chip drive. What the heck? Have been confirmed. Grand Theft Auto 3D. But it was Grand Theft Auto 3 already in the development. I think it came out in 2002, if I'm right. Bandai Pocket Station won this one. Yeah, these were quite obscure consoles. I don't think they were ever sold at least in Finland. JVC. Let's listen to something else now. Nintendo recently confirmed that it's working on the next generation handheld, provisionally called Game Boy Advance and finally called Game Boy Advance. Japanese games giant SNK has revealed that it is to develop a 32-bit successor to the handheld Neo Geo unit. Alright. Blockbuster. Blockbuster, I don't think it was ever in Finland. I'm not sure. Figures announced that in just 2 weeks over 500,000 Dreamcasts were sold in the US. Well, it was a good start, but bad ending. GP gets cut. Okay. Nintendo being Nintendo and censoring things. Nothing has changed in that matter. Football Manager. Crazy Taxi. Yeah, this was of course a well-known arcade game already. Wait a second. Yeah. Was this released for Dreamcast before it was in arcades? I'm actually sure. Not saying anything about arcade version here. But yeah, I wasn't never that big of fan of Crazy Taxi. I remember playing it and I always sucked so badly. So it was just... I lost my money in a couple of minutes. On the other hand, I would also lose my money if I played any pinball game. I was quite bad at pinballs. Took a race driver. Next Millennium, Codemasters. Wasn't Codemasters now bought by EA? Or was it now Microsoft? I think it was EA. So yeah, may they rest in peace. Because we know that EA cannot do any good games. Probably like top Dirt Rally series completely and concentrate on arcade racers like Dirt Driver. Okay, what else? We reported last issue computer giants Microsoft are not content with the world. Decided to enter the games console market as well. We reported that it was being developed under the working title of the Xbox, but now the top secret project is currently going under the name Mariner. Interesting, I never knew that. Microsoft have still made no comment on their Siemens-styled project. Siemens? No, Siemens. And so we'll have to watch and wait for an official news release. Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. Only on the PC. That is released also for N64. This news comes just after the cancellation of the Star Wars Episode 1 racer on the PSX. Okay, I was wondering why it was only released for PC and Dreamcast and N64 and not PSX. Action Man and Hero. Command & Conquer Tiberian Sun mission disc to be released. Grand Prix 3, one of the best games. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Grand Prix 4 is better, but that this was really the golden age of Formula games before the exclusive rights by Sony and then Codemasters. There were so many different F1 games. Of course, not all of them were good, but at least Microprose had wonderful F1 games. Land option. So you and your mates can slug it out like the Shoehurst you are. Game publisher have signed a 5-year deal with the FIA. Hmm. 24-hour racing. PS and PSX. I haven't played this one, although I played one for Sega Arcade emulator. This is not the same game, is it? What is this? Oh, Disney's Tarzan. I remember this. Well, I remember the movie, but you know, haven't played the game. Codemasters Essential Gaming Calendar. Okay. So many good games here. I think 1999 and also 1998 and 2000 was a very strong year in terms of gaming. Many classics here, like let's say Gran Turismo 2, Quake 3, Super Smash Brothers. Worms. Donkey Kong World. I think they mean Donkey Kong 64. NHL 99. Good old Spider-Man. And Urban Chaos. Yeah. And Hydro Thunder! Ooh, Medal of Honor. That was a big thing. I don't know if how big it was treated as that point. And Banjo Tooie as well. So many good games, and Half-Life expansion pack. What a year to be alive. Duke Nukem Forever. That's DPC in big letters. This is Obi-Wan Dark Forces 3. And it was the Jedi Knight. Like project name. Daikatana. PlayStation 2. Code Veronica, Tekken Tag, Shenmue. Okay. Dreamcast. Ooh, more of games. Middle Earth. What's that? Delta Force 2. Pokemon Pinball. Metropolis Street Racer. Perfect Dark. Pokemon Snap. Okay, Baldur's Gate. GTA 2. Pokemon Silver and Gold. And Final Fantasy 9. Is this Gran Turismo 2000? There was also already Gran Turismo 2. GTA 3, what the hell? That's like in the somewhere in the future. Crazy Taxi, Pokemon Snap for Game Boy. What was that even a rumor? Wonder how what kind of game, what kind of board game Pokemon Snap would have been on Game Boy. Not even Game Boy Color. Or maybe the Game Boy means Game Boy Color. Yeah. Okay. Do we have? We have Most Wanted Dolphin. New console. What is this preview picture here? Not Mario. Something else. Driver Pokemon Red. So these are the games that were popular at the time. Perfect Dark. Win the coolest telly ever created. Panasonic. .28 inches. Well, there's been some progress in TV technology, I have to say. It looks cooler than the Daikuri at Ice Station's Zebra. What the hell is this reference? Look at the size of that. Here's your chance to get a hold of 28 whole inches of the latest in televisual technology. Man, I remember time when 28 inches was considered big. 28-inch widescreen. Check out the features on this mother. Latest in digital technology to produce a virtually perfect TV. Yeah, I don't think so. I like this podium though. Okay. Good old text messages. Well, you can still send text messages, but no one does because we have a, WhatsApp and Signal and Telegram. Okay, then reviews. I'm just gonna glance quickly through these. I'm just gonna read them thoroughly. We got Tomb Raider preview. Okay, I think this is the picture in the dolphin, right? I'm not sure. Well, why would the Tomb Raider 3 be a dolphin game? I don't know. Good old Lara Croft. I should continue my Tomb Raider 1 gameplay. Though I think I gave up too early. I don't know how many Tomb Raiders there are now, maybe like 8 games, 9. Fighting Force 2, Shenmue. Timepiece. Time is a central element to Shenmue. There's a clock face in the corner of the screen, and as the day progresses via accelerated time, you can see the sunset and the streets get darker. There's details in the sky and clouds hasn't been overlooked. Isn't there like a Shenmue remastered version a few years ago? No, I don't know if it was released for PC or Xbox One. Shenmue boasts the most realistic looking environments ever seen in a game. The level of detail is just incredible. Every single object has a huge amount of detail to it, even the pavements. The streets are populated by dozens of the characters, all going about their normal day-to-day business. Yeah, this was very what's the term? Yeah, it tried to be very like simulator, life simulator. Very ambitious project. As long as the door isn't locked or boarded up, you can enter just about every building you pass, including shops and bars. And even today, you play Grand Theft Auto 5, and most of the buildings are just for decoration, and you cannot enter any of them. Which is my main complaint about Grand Theft Auto 5. I think it would be just wonderful if every possible building would be, every skyscraper would be full of rooms, and you could enter every one of them. Maybe they could be just generated on fly, but I just hate that they are like so many buildings and you can enter none of them. Arcade Heaven. Shenmue allows you to enter CD Games Emporium full of Sega coin-ops and actually play on them. I didn't know that. It's even that which rocket flying. When will it ever be released? How much longer can it take? So that's the bad thing. The key to Shenmue is talking to and interacting with the hundreds of other characters in the game. I wonder how they managed to fit all the audio in a single disc, or I think there was like 3 discs altogether, but still. Or maybe they just repeat one short sentence all the time. Yeah, I really should play this game. No. Just reading this magazine makes me want to play the game. And of course, that was the reason for these magazines to get people to buy those games. Of course, some of the reviews were honest and they said that the game was bad. I think I don't know. This system might be quite corrupted that they would pay for good reviews. I don't know. But I remember some of the GamesMaster reviews being quite bad, like I think Bernstein's Bears game for Game Boy Color had like 10 points out of 100, so that was quite low points for a game in a magazine. It even begs a question why they even included the review for the magazine. FIFA 2000. Soccer. If you ever wondered why EA are so concerned with filing their game with the US teams, it's because American gamers must be catered for as well. Such is the price of success. This is Wu-Tang, Taste the Pain. What? Oh, I think I know this game, but yeah, I'm not sure if like James and Mike played this on their channel. Remember seeing this? Maybe I have seen it somewhere else. The real never-ending story. What? This has nothing to do with the never-ending story movie. The story revolves around saving the land of Fantasia from the nothing. Oh, it does. Interesting. Okay. I never knew this game existed. Biohazard gun battle. Zombies. Looks pretty average game. F1 World Grand Prix for Dreamcast. Yeah, that's one of the better. I've already played F1 World Grand Prix 2 on my channel, so yeah. maybe when the season starts, I will play it once again. At the moment, it seems that the season will start at Bahrain and in late March, because Australian GP was postponed until I think November. Handle with care. Whoops. Stop it now. No, stop. I'm getting dizzy. Whoa, I'm gonna hurt. Please shock. Sega I've collected. I don't think Sega had anything to do with this game. It was made by... Did they say the company? Yeah, it's made by Video Systems and not Sega, because it was also created for, published for N64. I don't know if there was a PC version, maybe. Of course, they are playing as Damon Hill. Damon Hill spins. Damon Hill finished second again. He lost it. He's out of control. Street Fighter Alpha 3. Okay. Dreamcast. Never been a big fan of Street Fighter sequels. Although that you know, hand-drawn art style looks quite pleasing. Theme Park World. Okay. Like a Theme Park Tycoon sequel, I don't know. Or Roller Coaster Tycoon. Bullfrog. Okay, it's not Sims games. Okay, Roller Coaster Tycoon from Hasbro. This looks like it's aimed for younger kids than Roller Coaster Tycoon. Theme Park World is shaping up very nicely indeed. Whether it will have what it needs to depose Roller Coaster Tycoon remains to be seen, but we'll know next month when we review this Funfair Steam. PSX, I don't think this game works well on PSX controller. Resident Evil on Game Boy Color. I remember this very ambitious project to have like 3D environment. But was this ever released? I think it was cancelled in the last moment. I think I saw a video on YouTube about it a couple of months ago. All the spooky camera angles have been lovingly recreated to chill those gamers on the go. Yeah, it really pushed the limits of the system. I always like when a console can push the limits. Even though usually if you do anything that resembles 3D on Game Boy or Super NES or NES or Game Boy Advance, it's quite poor. Usually the frame rate is quite awful. That's why if you cannot get 60 frames per second, you should stick with the 2D. Jimmy White's 2 cue ball. Okay. Tomorrow Never Dies for PlayStation. Okay, some parts of the game resemble the third-person GoldenEye. I think it's not as good as GoldenEye. But finally makes it onto the 007 Start PSX, and 3 games in one. Arcade drama. Future games to feed your brain. Yeah, this was the time when there were still new games in arcades. I think all arcades disappeared in year 2000. I don't know what was the last time I visited any arcade. Probably 2001. Of course, you would find single separate arcade machines here and there. Even today, I can think a couple of places where there are arcade machines, but these dedicated arcade halls, they were dying at this point, late 1990. GamesMaster tips. Kicking out yet the yaoi with loads of killer cheats. You want some? We have Soul Calibur and Mega Rally 2 and Grand Theft Auto London 1969. Pokemon Guide. Gotta catch them all, Pokemon. It's interesting that some of these games were so bad that they never were reviewed even in the first place, but there were still cheat codes. I remember there were like cheat code books released, like 300 pages full of cheat codes. Yeah, I was a big cheat code user when I was a kid. I think I always applied cheat codes when they were available, and I have played many of the games with cheat codes on, like Quake and Redneck Rampage. I never played without cheat codes. And Age of Empires, I remember not playing the missions, but only or scenarios, but only playing with the cheat codes. Wait a second, this is not a game guide, this is just the stats of every Pokemon. They're small, cute and everywhere, so go get them! Think of each beast as you see and catch it. Find out which is on the red and blue game, plus learn where you will find them and how they evolve. There's a Pokédex in every game, so... Yeah, at some point I remembered all the Pokémons in correct order. I was a Pokemon geek. Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Charmander, Charmeleon, Cherry Charge, Squirtle, Waterloo, Blastoise, Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Weedle, Kakuna, Petrel, Pidgeot, Eradicate, Sparrow, Pharaoh, Ekans, Arbok, Pikachu, Raichu, Sunsclares, Nidorina, Nidoqueen, Nidorina, Nidoking, Clefairy, Clefable, Vulpix, Ninetales, Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff, Chubat, Colbot, Oddish, Gloom, Liplum, Paras, Parasect, Venonat, Venomoth, Diglett, Dugtrio, Meowth, Person, Psyduck, Golduck, Mankey, Primeape, Trolley, Dragonite, Poliwag, Polyfurl, Poliwrath, Abracadabra, Alakazam, Machamp, Bellstride, Weavebell, Victreebel, Tentacool, Tentacruel, Geodude, Crowler, Gohan, Ponyta, Rapidash, Slowbro, Magnemite, Magneton, Farfetch'd, Dodrio, Seal, Dewdong, Grimer, Mux, Shelter, Cloyster, Ghastly, Launcher, Gengar, it should be. Gonna catch them all, Pokemon. Okay, it's a good thing they show where you can catch them. But some of these evolutions need trading. I don't think you can change our other way. Onyx, Browsy, Hypno, Krabby, Kingler, Voltorb, Electrode. It's interesting, this Voltorb, it's like anime or manga. And not picture, not from the game. Execute, Cubone, Marowak, Hitmonchan, Lickitung, Coffee, Wheezing, Rhydon, Chansey, Tangle, Kangaskhan, Horsey, Cetra, Holding, Seeking, Starry, Stormy, Mr. Mime, Skyter, and Black Jinx. Electabuzz, Magmar, Pinsir, Taurus, Magikarp, Gyarados, Lapras, Ditto, Eevee, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, Porygon, Omanite, Omastar, Kabutops, Aerodactyl, Snorlax, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Dratini, Dragonite, and Mewtwo. And Mew, of course, you would get from the... There was like some festivals where they would trade Mew. I never visited any of those. Nor did I have a Game Boy in that matter. More cheats. Metal Gear Solid. Code maybe in the twice. Weird. Pokemon Snap cheats. Hidden levels. Okay. Yeah, but I had to figure this out myself. Maybe. Because I didn't have this magazine. Look at the surfboard, there's a rocky formation that looks like a Krabby. Yeah, it was always marked as question mark. Line 3. Pre-game of cards. Alien vs Predator. Card mode. India cheats. Okay, it's so many cheat codes. So long of these. 16 characters. I miss cheat codes. I think modern games don't even have cheat codes. They just expect that people start modding the game anyway, so they don't have to include cheats. But of course, you cannot mod console games easily, so you're out of luck if it was like a exclusive console game like Last of Us. How do you use cheat codes in Last of Us? I don't know. Not until it gets emulated, but I think it will take more than 10 years until PlayStation 3 and 4 gets proper emulators. Of course, there's a Switch emulator already, so Breath of the Wild can be modded, and there can be cheats for that. Sega Rally cheats, Gex 3, GTA, Lives Die Hard trilogy. What is this? Step-by-step techniques for Soul Calibur and X-Files. Trapping Molder. You'll find Scully hanging out in the cupboard side room at the back. Okay. I've never played X-Files for PSX. No competition. Oh, these are cute. Oh, this is the Game Boy light magnifier. I think James from Cinemassacre had it in his video. What? Chap Pagers? Pager? I don't think pagers were a big thing in Finland. MIDI hi-fi. What? Like you can play MIDI files. I don't know how this works. Mini disc, handheld TV. So oddware. I think LGR would be interested in these gadgets. Portable TV. Cool. Jet Force Chimney. What's this special? History of Sony. Okay. On PlayStation 2. Game rumors. Gran Turismo 2000. So this was Gran Turismo 3. The final name. Final Fantasy. Ridge Racer, Duke Nukem, Forever. Oh, did they... Can you play DVD films on it? Yes, you certainly can. However, DVD technology isn't cheap. So Sony's pitch for PS2 is much more than the standard console. The machine will be sold as home entertainment system, hence the more mature design and radical future plans. About online gaming, I don't think it was still a thing back then, even though there probably were like add-ons to play games online. Modem and simply the best beast. Dolphin. Polygon comparison there. 20 million polygons per second, is that right? (32-bit RAM). Remember when that was like a huge amount of memory. 400 megahertz. But yeah, you know, in 1999 seeing these pictures was just mind-blowing. Ridge Racer 2 on PS2 looks, dare we say it, even better than GT2. You've got to see this movie. What other console can claim to be launched with a back catalogue of size of the PlayStations? Not many are warned. Well, just one actually, the PlayStation 2. Get into gameplay. What is this? Oh, it's just a shop. This Pokemon Stadium music. No, it's not Pokemon Stadium, it's Mario Party 4. Yeah, Resident Evil 3, I should play Resident Evil first game. Resident Evil 1. So many good games. Jet Force, Gemini. Just continue that one as well. One of the best games and probably one of the most underrated. It really would help to have a remastered version for Switch, preferably. Maybe using these pre-rendered graphics. Splat! Blood all over the place and tribals mirrored wall. Supposed to be saving them, but one won't matter. Cheats. Once you've collected all three of the characters, you also can start making full use of their abilities. Junior can skate across lava without burning his feet. Lela, with her fine set of lungs, can explore underwater, and Lupus can fly. Biggest hurdle Jet Force throws at you, though, is its controls, and it's this part of the game that will probably put a fair few people off. There's two entirely different set of controls, one for normal running about and one for targeting. Yeah, I agree, the controls are just quite awkward, and the main reason is because, you know, N64 wasn't really designed for shooter games. Works well on Mario, but not on third-person shooters. So yeah, maybe if this was released for PC, then it could be quite pleasing to play with mouse and keyboard. Yeah, controls could have been more familiar. 50 hours of play, yeah. This is the reason why I haven't played it so much. It's so big game, huge game. Well, I agree the rating definitely is a great game. Promo 199 by whom? Psychnosis, okay. Schumacher. Kitty litter, as the returning Mara Walker likes to call it. And this was the time when there was grass and gravel outside every circuit. Nowadays it's more like tarmac and car park. Sim City. This could last forever. Finish the game and you'll want to do it again. Better. From two player. 90%. Didn't know this is such a good game. Yeah, I'm interested in trying this. Homeworld, space shooter, space strategy games. I'm not a big fan of these space things. 91. If you like this, then try Command and Conquer. Okay. Boxing game. Whatever, that's my cup of tea. Not interested. Rainbow Six. PlayStation. The first choice I would do. I would rather play it on PC. Proper 3D graphic card. 72. Not do spruce of conversion. Horse. It's always nice that they recommend other games as well. Premier League Manager. 58. It's not good news for the publisher to have such a low rating. Okay, so it seems that at least this magazine wasn't corrupted. They dare to give so low ratings. No Fear on Downhill Mountain Biking. What kind of low budget game is this? Although I think I miss these, low budget games. Nowadays, all games must be so high quality, and there's just no companies that take risks, because the games are so expensive to make that you cannot do a game that will probably sell not too well. Like this probably didn't sell very well, but because the price of making these games for PSX wasn't too high, we got so many different games from different genres. Yeah, 80%, so probably wasn't too bad. But now, if you like biking and you wanna play a biking game, what your choice is? I don't know. Maybe you have to go back in time and play this game, because I don't know if there have been any biking games, bicycle games back since then. I don't know if there's been any Tour de France games. 40 Wings. What is this? Almost. Maybe I've heard of this, but can't say I've played it or even tried it ever. Spyro 2. Yeah, I started playing Spyro, but been a while. Maybe I should play it as well again. Also, I should probably play Crash Bandicoot. I played the first game, but not the second or third game. And it's been years since I played the first Crash Bandicoot, so maybe I should play Crash in the future. Mission Impossible. This looks quite poor. GoldenEye clone. Yeah. GoldenEye. They just recommend Trailer playing GoldenEye. More of these wrestling games. No. Everything was about wrestling in early 2000s. It was Hulk Hogan, and I think even in Finland it was a big thing, and they would show the WWF on TV, but then it's somehow vanished by the mid-2000s. Maybe it got oversaturated, the wrestling thing. Okay, what is this? Cutthroats 40. Not a yo-hoo-hoo inside. Quite a bad score. Killer Loop. Wipeout clone for PlayStation X, it seems. War of the Worlds. Average 3D shooter. Jade Cocoon. RPG game. I think apart from this Pokemon style action, Jade Cocoon is your standard RPG. That's cute and inoffensive, but far too short. Okay, what else? Okay, these are just quick glimpses. Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, okay, these are like old games. They want to highlight. Final Fantasy VII. I played it years ago, but I never finished it. So maybe I could start streaming it again from the beginning. Episode 1 Racer out now for PC. Yeah, there's one good thing about Star Wars Episode 1. The film that everyone thinks is one of the weakest of the trilogy or prequel trilogy. It was the reason that Episode 1 Racer happened, because it's honestly a very good game. I think it's even better than F-Zero. At least F-Zero 64. And of course I have already streamed it, and I managed to beat the whole game. Okay, what are these things? Sea Battle. Okay. It's not Tiger Electronics, is it? Looks very much like it. Poker. Pocket Poker. Weird. I Throw Thunder. Spider-Man. These toys. Yeah. Oh, but I'm sure that many of these are actually now like very expensive and rare. What is this gadget here? GeForce Tilt technology. PlayStation. Once you wrapped your hand around like a camp Nazi. Nazi, what? Evolution control pad. Yeah, these are third-party controllers. Sidewinder dual strike. A weird design. I had a Sidewinder, but it was like a motion detector. When you rotate the controller, you can control your character as well, but it wouldn't work very well. So I usually just turn it off. Played it normally with the controller or the D-pad. And then something to buy and sell. Pokemon Master Guide. On sale. Okay, it's a separate magazine. Got it. And Webmaster. Hot links. GameSpot. Game Girls. Brainblitz. Acclaim. Yeah, this was the time when just going and joining the web, the internet was a very adventurous thing to do. You never knew what you would find in the internet. You just follow hot links and find something interesting and new, and home pages, and maybe you can make your own home page on geosites. GeoCities, like I did. Okay, Red Alert web page. Pen pals. These people now are in their 30s. I'm sorry if you can see your own name here. Tom Byrne or Ben Robinson. But if you see your own name, please put it in the comments section. Tell what if you ever get any pen pals from these magazines. But yeah, revealing your address is not very good. Michael Wells, I know where you live. You live in 40 Home Road, Knowsley, Liverpool. I love PSX and music. Well, you are a unique snowflake. What is this? Gmail. Okay, it's just letters. I've noticed over the years of video game playing that the only left-handed characters are in tennis and football games. Oh, I can see why you're angry. I'm fuming at what is tantamount to prejudice. The only possible solution is to take militant terrorist action or play your games while looking in the mirror. Yeah, these were not very serious letters or answers. And finally, I'm looking forward to Final Fantasy VIII. Nice hair, dude. Nice cosplay. Letter. Just recently I packed away my N64 and PlayStation and took out my dusty old Super NES. No, I don't have to. I like the new console. I think the Dreamcast, PlayStation 2 and Dolphin Sea Cucumber are going to be excellent. But it seems that game developers haven't been heading the game players' call. We like gameplay and graphics, but if you sacrifice graphics for gameplay's sake, then it's usually okay, and I don't mean that textures should be so blocky that you can actually tell if the gameplay is good. Yeah, I agree. I think early 2000s and late 1990s was too much about graphics, and I think there was like 80% of games were sold just by highlighting their graphics, and the gameplay was actually very bad. So they haven't aged very well, those blocky games, because so much effort was put in the graphics, and nowadays they look so bad that they can't just be played nowadays because the gameplay was lacking. Porting Resident Evil 3, 4 and 64. What is this? SFX magazine? Huh, looks good. Looks interesting. More Star Wars. Matrix 2 and 3. Still wrestling. Competition hotline. It's fun to enter and there's a genuine chance to win. Yeah, right. Hoax. What's this? Lego Racer. Looks very crappy. Like cereal. It's a game that you find from your cereal box. Probably you would find that at some point. Okay, that was GamesMaster December 1999 issue. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.